Well, dear congregation, I would ask you to please turn your very prayerful attention to that portion of God's Word that I read to you in your hearing, 1 Kings chapter 12. We did read from the first part of, or the latter part of chapter 11, and I want to say a few things as we come to chapter 12. There are a number of things that take place in this chapter, and it's very important that we see the big picture. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, the wood for the trees. Sometimes people can't see the wood for the trees, or the forest for the trees. That's the way the Americans say it. There is a big picture here in chapter 12 that we really need to see. Sometimes we can be taken up with many details in a passage, and it's important that we do pay attention to those details. But if we look too closely at small details, we get too involved in those details and we miss the big picture. I learnt the etymology of that word, wood for the trees. It actually came by a man who was an architect in Bath, and he built a number of houses, and his name was John Wood, famous architect, and they put trees in front of the houses, and of course his name was John Wood, and the phrase came to be known as you can't see the wood or the design of the wood for the trees that were in front of the house. So that's really, as I understand it in my research, where the etymology, the wood for the trees, came from, that man in Bath.